Morning viewers, back on the channel, Seabreeze Rider channel. Today we're off to Braintree to Blake House, which is a meet-up place for a lot of bikers in the area. It's also a craft centre as well, so on this day off we're out on the twisties to Braintree. A couple of new things. One, we're using TomTom sat-nav for the first time. Well, I am anyway. After our tour of Norway, it became blatantly obvious that the two sat-navs were incompatible. We had to change a hell of a lot of routes and time, so Anne kindly bought me a TomTom to match hers. Anne's out with me today, Mrs. Rider, and she's out on the Kawasaki and I'm out on the Suzuki. So the weather is a little bit, as you can see from the footage, is a little bit cloudy, but it's quite humid, so I'm not going to put on a lot of clothing. As far as jacket's concerned, I've got a lightweight mesh jacket on today. It's a little bit chilly, but I prefer that to being hot. And then like I said, we're going to do the twisties down to Blake House, and then I might do a little bit of videoing down there just to see if there's anyone out down there with bikes. We always like looking at bikes and chatting, and that's it. So I'll get back to you when we have some more news and interesting sights. So far I'm not doing great on the on the new sat-nav, as I seem to have gone wrong twice, but as I said to my darling wife, after spending time getting used to a Garmin, I've now got to get used to this. They are excuses, but I'm sticking with it. As you can see, we're on the twisties, which is lovely. Seems you've got to be a little bit careful with some of the bends. Apart from that, the countryside looks really lovely, and since we've had that bit of rain, it seems to be a little bit more greener, less gold coloured at the moment, which is quite nice. Obviously changing seasons, you can always see it. You see it quite a lot on a motorcycle, the changing seasons. Probably appreciate it a little bit more as well. It gets a little bit cooler to ride, it's not so bad, especially with clothing wise, and but obviously the road surfaces change as well, so you just have to bear it all in mind when you're out riding in different weathers. Some people, of course, in this country put their bike away for 6 months of the year and only go out in the summer, so they're probably going to end their biking season quite soon and then stick them all on Optimates and close the garage door. I don't do that. I tend to ride all year round because I ride to work as well. So. So now our sat-nav has taken us down a very narrow path with a lot of shingle in the middle, which is not ideal for motorcycling, but there you go. Such is the way of the sat-nav when you put in the twisties. it doesn't really counter for, or it should, maybe it does, I don't know. It's supposed to be a motorcycle sat-nav, but hey. But an interesting route so far. We've certainly not been on any major roads as well, so it's worked its way around the Essex countryside quite nicely. Obviously you've got to be a bit careful because some of these are, like you say, horses and cars coming the other way. Okay, that's very nice of her. Thank you. our afternoon or morning ride out to Blake House. As you see, it's a craft centre and a farm, working farm as well, I think, on the other side. Lots of things down here, including a really good motorcycle shop, which is on the video. And some lovely clothing, could have spent a fortune in there, some Merlin jackets. And I think it's every other Thursday do a biker meet here as well. But obviously as the weather gets worse, that will diminish. Come in the car, yeah, absolutely. So that's what we're on today. There's a little bit of mini golf for the kids as well. So we've just seen St Mary's Church, which is in Leigh. We thought we'd have a look around. As I said, I do like a church. And there's some wonderful examples of it all around Essex where we live. Quite lucky really. Round church towers or round tower churches are rare in Britain except in East Anglia, where there's about 180 survive, so there you go. Some attributed to the 11th century, nearly all built of flint, and many have an octagonal belfry. There we go.
Mary St John's, St Martin's.
Yeah, so quite a big graveyard. Obviously these days people are cremated, aren't they? But back in the day, consecrated ground, everyone got buried. Now, I think someone said to me as well that it's a bit morbid, but the ground around graveyards are obviously quite fertile. Obviously with the amount of decomposition going on, so you get some wonderful trees as well. we passed this obviously on the way up, just doing, and there's a lake on the left-hand side. I think it's quite popular with paddle boarders and canoeists. So obviously on the day you can see it's quite busy. An entrance into the river. Well, we're going to carry on through. Obviously got to take our time because obviously it's quite crowded at the moment, despite that we have priority. But I'll let them get away with that. Nice to see so many people out on this lovely day. And now we're on the way home after a lovely ride out. Sun's still shining bright, a little bit cloudy, not too bad. Just to finish off the video, currently heading towards Stock. So what do we make it today? I think big success. It was a nice ride out to somewhere which I've planned to do for quite some time, to get to Blake House, because they do, like I said, a bikers meet every other Thursday. Sadly we're going to miss the next one. We've got relatives over from Australia, but we will be there after that, just to finish off the season. So until the next video, take care everyone. Hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'll plan the next one soon.